So today is Monday. That means it's time for Family Movie Night. And this week for Family Movie Night, I'm doing a out in theaters film, which I haven't done it for a long time, but it's a movie I've really been wanting to review on my channel. I did talk about it in my Sundance wrap up. Then I've mentioned it many times that the movie Leave No Trace, it was my favorite movie from Sundance and one of my favorite movies of the year. And I really, really, really loved this film. And I got to see it again on Thursday, and I loved it probably even more. It's amazing. And I'm so happy to see it get such acclaim. It's got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is really rare. Usually there's some guy who brings it down to a 99 or 98%, and that doesn't really matter. But I don't know, it's just kind of, it shows how good of a movie is. It has like over 130 reviews, critic reviews, and they're all positive. They all like it. And I would be one of those people too. I love this movie. I think it is so touching. It is so moving. And yeah, I'm kind of surprised. So we got a PG rating, this movie. And I would have probably expected to get PG-13 just because of theme, not because there's really anything offensive in it, but just because it deals with some tough stuff. So I would have thought just on that, it would have for dramatic themes. But I'm kind of glad that it got PG because hopefully maybe that might encourage a few people to go see it that might have been reticent to see it. Maybe, who knows? But I don't put much stock into ratings, but it's definitely makes it unusual. So let's talk about this movie and whether it's appropriate for your children or not. So this movie is about a father and a daughter, and the father is played by Ben Foster. He is a veteran that is from a troop that is particularly struggling with issues of suicide and mental illness, and he is certainly in that group. And what I have not liked these sort of living off the grid movies. I hated The Glass Castle, and I didn't really like Captain Fantastic that much. And what I think the problem is they present these characters who are living off the grid as these heroes who are doing this great thing that we should all admire, when really they're like damaged souls. And like, yeah, living off the grid could be something to admire, but like the actual people are usually damaged. And I don't know. I just have a problem with that, especially in The Glass Castle. I just hated that movie. And this movie, they don't paint him as the hero. They paint him as a damaged soul, which is what he is. And so it works. And I thought that Ben Foster did such a great job in the role. He is so moving, so believable, and he just can't function. Even when you hear, there's a certain point where he hears a helicopter over, and he has to put his face in his hands, and he just can't deal with it. And so, you know, he's rather just be in it. He'd rather just be off the grid in the forest, living his own rules, because he can't deal with the world, basically. And his daughter, played by Thomasin McKenzie, is phenomenal. It's the best performance, in my opinion, this whole year. She's male or female. I think she's just amazing. It's so moving to see her go from because it starts out the movie, they're actually in like a pretty stable place, and like her father has taught her how to read, and actually this caseworker says that she's above grade in many things, which as a homeschool advocate, I find that actually totally believable. I think that she would be fine. And so she is doing pretty well and feels pretty stable in this place that they managed to live. And she tells the caseworker, he did provide me with shelter. He did provide me with, you know, it just so happens it was on public land, but like, and it might not be a traditional home, but he did, and made it work. And then they have several places that they get kind of assigned, and kind of what happens. And I won't spoil it for you, but everybody has such good hearts. There's really no villain in this movie. Everybody is trying to be kind, and it's really hopeful. Like, it's hopeful that people would go out of their way to assist these people. It's hopeful of their relationship between father and daughter. There's so many moments that are just sweet. There's this moment where they hitchhike, and this trucker, and you honestly feel like this trucker's sort of sad to see them go, and that they created a bond. Like, just little moments like that are so well done and so lovely and so heartfelt, make you feel good about America. Like, honestly, that's how I felt watching this movie. The lushness of the Oregon forest and Pacific Northwest is beautiful. And Deborah Granick just does such a wonderful job with these characters, such a wonderful job with the story. I was so moved. And there's a moment at the end where the daughter makes a decision that was so brave and so hard that I was so proud of her. I can't think of when I've been more proud of a character. She is awesome. And so, yeah, I mean, as far as for kids, I am recommending this for family movie night. I think that you'd have to do some preparation before they go see it, and explain to them what homelessness is, what the situation is, what PTSD is for veterans. And you'd also have to just know if your kids can handle a slower, more thoughtful movie. Not every kid can. Some kids can. But I mean, I would say in general, this is probably better for like middle school to high school kids. Could probably handle it more, but I don't know. You just have to kind of know your kids. It's just following these two people as they go from home to home, as they make decisions, as they face challenges, these kind of things. And I just really appreciated that there is no real hero except for Tom. The daughter is kind of the hero in the end, and she's amazing. And I would almost be curious to see a sequel. I'd be really curious to see what happens to her next, because I think she's going to be an amazing person. And Thomasin McKenzie is just incredible talent. I was so excited about it. And so I love this movie. I think it's practically perfect. And so go support it, please. Go see it. You won't regret it. And so that's my review this week. So thanks so much. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll talk to you later. Bye.